Hiya, so today we're going to have a look at playing I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. Now the reason we're going to look at this song in particular is because there's a couple of different ways you can play the chords, and it'll really give you an idea of how to get around playing your bar chords with your major sevens, your minor sevens, your dominant sevens, and even your minor 7 flat 5s. And this is really important because if you're starting to get into jazz, these shapes are going to be in pretty much every single song. So this is a really good song to start with. I'm going to take you around two different ways. We've got some ones on root E and root A, and some extra ones in between. So it'll give you perfect little ways to get around the chord progressions.
Come on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. 'Cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with your bite? Think I could rumble? You think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I will survive. Oh, as long as I'm
The first chord we're going to play is A minor 7 here. So I'm going to bar across the 5th fret. Super easy. And then just add my third finger on the 7th fret of the A string. So we've got this. And straight after that then we've got a D minor 7. So we're going to bar across the 5th fret again. Add your third finger on the 7th fret of your D string. Then your middle finger is going to go down on your B string 6th fret. So you've got this. Nice. Straight after that then, a chord perhaps you've played if you've done bar chords before. So we've got your root E string major chord. So barring across your 3rd fret, then playing like your sort of E major shape. So we've got this. So we're going to play our index fingers barring across the 3rd fret for your root note of G. Add your 3rd finger on the A string 5th fret. Little fingers just behind it on your 5th fret of your D string. And then your middle finger is going to play your 4th fret of your G string. Barring across, you've got this. Straight after that then you've got C major 7. So we're going to bar across the 3rd fret again to get this chord here. I think of this like a kind of little mini triangle between these frets there. So we're going to play bar across the 3rd fret, add a 3rd fret, the 5th fret on the D string. Middle finger's going on the G string 4th fret. Little finger's going on the 5th fret of your B string. So we've got this. Trickiest thing with this chord I think is probably going to be getting that E string, the high E string ringing out. So make sure you've got your little finger bridged so it's not hitting that E string. We don't want this. Ringing out nice and clear like that. This one's a little bit unusual now, F major 7. It's not necessarily a bar chord, but it's using the same kind of principles. So we're going to play the root E string with our index finger to get the root note of F. And then add the 3rd finger on your D string. Little finger just underneath it. We're skipping the A string, so we're using our index finger here to kind of mute it a little bit. And then we've got our middle finger just over here on your B string 1st fret. Nice soft sound there, nice and jazzy. So I'm going to build that up again because it was quite a complicated one. Index finger's on your E string. I kind of think of it now, next finger would be on your B string, same fret. Then the other two are going over there, but we're not playing our A string. So we've got that there. Next up we've got B minor 7 flat 5. So this is this chord. It's quite tense. So what we're going to do is add our index finger on the A string to play your root note of B. And then your 3rd finger is going to go on your D string, 3rd fret. So you've got that there. Nice clashing notes. G string is going to be 2nd fret, middle finger. So you got that. And then your little finger's going on the 3rd fret of your B string. There we go. Now I said these were all going to be bar chords. I lied a little bit because it might be quite hard to play the bar chord of A up there, of E up there. Now what we're going to do is play the open E7 shape down here. So if you're a blues guitarist, you've probably played that shape before. Nice and easy, we're just going to play open E string as your root note, middle finger's going on your A string, 2nd fret, skip the next string, and then your index finger's going on the 1st fret of your G string. So we've got this. Now what you can do to add a little bit of tension in this is add a suspended note. Okay, so you can get your chord there, and where your index finger is down, you can just add your 3rd finger on top, like that. So I'm going to play around the chords now, that first way, nice and slow. So we've got A minor 7, D minor 7, G major, C major 7, F major 7, B minor 7 flat 5, E7. You can add your little sus on as well at the end then.
Come on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. 'Cause you're not welcome anymore. Where you the one
So that's one way around it. Now, a common little mistake I often see guitarists making is confusing the dominant 7 chord with a major 7 chord. Now, if you see in notation, like C and then just a 7, that means it's a dominant 7. That doesn't mean it's major 7. If it's major 7, it'll say C, it'll say like MAJ 7, or it'll have a little triangle. Minor 7 has got a little sort of either a small M or a line like a dash and then a 7. So if it says just C7, that means it's C dominant 7. Don't think that's a major 7. We've gone around the chords once with one sort of voicing on the guitar, but now we're going to try another one to give you a few more chord choices to go for. So the first one's going to be quite tricky for me on an acoustic guitar, but we're going to use this sort of minor 7 shape here that I think we used when we were playing the D minor 7 in the other sequence. But obviously we've got to play it at the 12th fret if we want to play bar chords. So here we go. It's tricky because I can't get up there, but on electric guitar it'd be nice and easy. Next up we're going to play D minor 7. So that's the same as like the first chord in the sequence last time. Now we're going to play a G on the 10th fret. So I tend to this one's quite tricky because sometimes it can be really hard to get that high note ringing out if you were to play this. You can do it, but it's tricky, especially on acoustic guitar. So I tend not to worry too much about that top note there and just play barring across your 3rd finger there. Then you've got your C major 7 now, so that's the same as the F major 7 we played. So, F major 7 now. That's the same as the C major 7 we played in the last sequence. Now this one's a bit of a weird one again. We've got B minor 7 flat 5. This time we're going to play this shape here. So your middle finger's going on your E string for your root B. Your 3rd finger then is skipping a string, same as we did with like the F major 7, on your D string 7th fret. And then your little finger's going just next to it, again on your 7th fret. And then your index finger is going on your B string 6th fret. It's a bit of a strange one there. I'll just build that one up again because it's a bit of an unusual shape. Middle finger's going on the E string, root B. Skipping a string and using that sort of muty technique we did on the F major 7. So you get that muted, your A string muted. D string's your next one then, 7th fret. G, 7th fret with your little finger. And then your index finger then is on your 6. B minor 7 flat 5. Last chord then we're going to play is going to be your sort of A7 root but bar chord on your 7th fret. So we've got this. So barring across your 7th fret, playing your 9th fret with your 3rd finger on your D string. Skipping a string then on your B string, again 9th fret with your little finger. So you've got that. And again you can add your sus with moving your little finger up there. Another extra way we can play the C7 chord would be to base it on the sort of C7 shape, which would be this one here. But obviously we're going to slide it up now to the 7th fret. So your root note is played actually with your 3rd finger. And what's nice about this, because it's E, you can let these top strings ring out because they're part of the chord. There we go. So I'm going to play around those chords once more now. And here we go. First one's a bit tricky on this guitar, but never mind. So we've got A minor 7, D minor 7, G major, C major 7, F major 7, B minor 7 flat 5, then you got your E7, and then the E7 with a sort of C root shape. Okay, so I hope that's given you a little insight into playing some of those bar chords, which might kind of lead you into some jazz voicings, that sort of thing. What I'd recommend is playing along with the track, because it's the same sequence pretty much all the way through the song. Just playing, first of all, on the first beat of the bar, just having the chords ringing out nice and clear. And just making sure everything's ringing out nice, like that sort of thing. Here we go. Let me know how you get on in the comments, and if you've got any other interesting voicings for those chords, then please let me know. See you next time, bye.